Hello and welcome to yet another interesting and informative episode of Ek Mulakat. You're with me, Florence, and today I am in Shillong to meet our special guest. Because our special guest for today's episode is a renowned writer, director and producer from Meghalaya. He has won national awards for direction not once but twice for his sensitive and thought-provoking films like Re and Unata. He is an inspiration for the young talented artists out here. He has made Meghalaya and Northeast region proud. Yes friends, we'll be meeting this powerhouse of talent today on this very episode. But before that, I would like to share with you a small clipping on him. Have a look.
Celebrate Independence Day.
According to the two-time National Award-winning filmmaker Pradip Kurbah of Shillong, though Unata deals with the journey of a rape survivor, the story is not about activism or the judicial process. For us, it is a story of hope. The young and talented film director, producer Pradip Kurbah lives in Shillong, Meghalaya with his wife and 3 children. Presently, Pradip Kurbah is busy directing his next dream project. Dear viewers, I'm sure you enjoyed the audiovisual, and right now I'm very proud to share with you that I have with me 2 times National Award winning director from Shillong, Shri Pradip Kurbah. Hi Pradip, welcome to our program.
Hi.
It's so good meeting you, and you're looking fresh. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good,
All right, so how is it, basically most of the times you're behind the camera and today you are in front of the camera.
I'm a bit nervous actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make you feel a bit comfortable. Pradip, first of all, on behalf of our unit, I would like to congratulate you for winning national awards for your direction.
Thank you very
Not
much.
once, but twice. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And it's an honor to be here, on this program.
Honor for me also to be a part of this program actually.
Our pleasure. All right, Pradip, Unata,
Yeah.
Daughter of the Earth. It's based on a women-oriented story about her inner struggles. To tell our viewers, tell us, what is it all about?
See, Unata, it's a script, we dealt more with, you can say it's about a rape victim, but I won't say a rape victim exactly, it's more about a rape survivor actually. And this whole idea triggered actually, there were lots of cases were happening in, you read in everyday's newspaper, about rapes happening everywhere. But, they tend to write about them only till the moment where they get justice or the case is still pending or still on. But no one talks about life after justice, So Unata had a story we talk more about life after that, It's, sometimes, what actually the survivor goes through it. So what happened, I happened to meet these survivors. There were 4 of them whom I met.
Okay.
And they spoke about their life. They were there was a hesitant in them to talk about it in the initial stage. But later on they started opening up and they were telling about what they are going through it. But the thing is all 4 of them whom I met, they had one common question to me, can we have a family?
Okay.
Can we fall in love again? Will someone accept us? Will the society take us in again? So that really triggers me, how about dealing a script about this?
Very thoughtful of
yeah,
you,
so it has a so Unata had a very subtle romance. It has her journey where she travels from her hometown to her native place, where she starts meeting people in that particular village. So when she goes to that village, she realized we have people out here who's got bigger problem than me also.
All right.
Then how suddenly there's a person out there who falls for her, and she thought that this person doesn't know anything about her life. But later on when she comes to know oh shit, that this guy knows everything about me.
Okay.
But it has a very open ending, about not accepting or accepting him, because things do, it happens you don't know. like, you know, she had this question in mind, like, you know, what about after marriage, like, you know,
Okay.
if you come out again with the same thing, like, you know, I was a victim, I was this, then what will I go through it?
Right.
So you need to give time to this relationship, it grows, then we'll see what happens later
It was
on.
really very sensitive and
Yeah,
thought-provoking.
yeah.
Pradeep, and your film was so well accepted and well loved by the people out here. How would you like to react? How did you react to that overwhelming response, you know, from the people of your land? So how was your response? How did you react to that?
That was very unexpected for me,
Okay.
because, you know, I never expected, like, you know, people will, like, you know, really love the film so much. I don't say people from our state, I think even the people from the other parts of the country also, they have really accepted the film so well.
And actually it was in the cinema halls for
6
many
weeks,
weeks.
yeah, it was there for 6 weeks, almost
That's
for 6
quite
weeks.
a
Yeah,
record.
yeah, it was for 6 weeks, and
Okay.
like, you know, I was happy. Like, you know, I didn't expect that people will, like, you know, take the film so much in a very positive way, and, like, you know, and I feel that is very important for any filmmakers, like, you know, a love by your own people to your cinema, you know, that is very important.
Right. So how was it when the National Award for Onata was announced? How did you feel when you went to receive the National Award?
No, that was a great moment for
That was
us.
in 2016?
Yeah, 2016. It was a great moment, but that was my second national award.
Right.
So,
We'll talk about the first national award
so,
after this.
Yeah, so I was little, yeah, I know that we got a national award, like, you know, but I just felt like, you know, we should not just live up with that for too long, because life says, like, you know, we should have to move on. Like, you know,
You're happy? It gave you a sense of satisfaction?
Of course, but, you know, but things become more difficult for us for the next project. There are lots of expectations from people, like, now. Like,
you are an icon here. You are an inspiration for the young artists out here, and we are very happy about it, Pradeep. After the release of Onata, a book was also published on the same story.
Yeah.
So what was the requirement of retelling the story through a book?
My co-writer Paulami Gupta, basically she's an author, you know, so she's been writing books in the past.
And it was released in Kolkata on 8th of March,
Women's
International Women's Day. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the thing is, she always wanted, like, you know, how about, like, you know, doing a book. Like, you know, normally it's always a book happens first, then the film comes.
Right.
Yeah, it's completely opposite. So she had a talk with the publishers, and the publishers was game. Like, you know, they said, like, okay, let's go ahead with it. So that happened. So before that, even like, it was adapted into a book.
Right.
So it just happened. Like, you know, it's a great thing, like, you know, for us. Like,
Great. Well, dear viewers, I'm sure you are enjoying this conversation, and show you a small clipping from the film Onata, directed by Pradip Kurbah.
Okay. Bitte bir piş panjama.
Look, baka kwa it pay bro shit im.
Kiktiyan man lo. Tamba kim bore ka shisha. Kani ka chi pi paro ka sa char mai. Kani ka chi kam long ye.
Yo kwek sngai pay. Tre ban nyat lang bat na ni.
So you're watching Ek Mulakat, and I am in conversation with one of the excellent directors from Northeast, Pradip Kurbah. Pradip, you are the director, writer and producer of Onata. Tell us about the music of Onata. Who was the music director and how was it?
music has been done by Anurag Saikia. He's from Assam, a young and a very talented music director actually, and now he's based in Bombay.
Tell us about the difficulties and challenges that you faced during the shooting of Onata. Was the shooting done during the winters?
No, we shot during the summers. There were lots of difficulties in that, but we have done our homework. We were mentally very prepared for it. We were prepared, like, you know, as you know, Shillong, like, in a day they have 4 kind of weather seasons, like, you know that. So we get rain, we get sun, we get cold, we get everything on one day. So we were prepared for that. There was difficulties we know would come, but that's why we were so mentally and prepared for it. Like, you know, I don't think that we came across anything as such that had hampered our shoot.
Tell us about that film. What was it all about, and why did you choose such a serious topic?
See, it's Ree was. People will say, like, you know, okay, he was dealing with a subject about militancy and about all that, but I won't say that. That's not exactly. Ree was more of it's a human story, you can say. It's more about, it deals with human relationship. Yes, I spoke about a character who is a militant, but it's more about his individual story. It's got nothing to do with what the militancy wants, what they are planning to do. It dealt more with a personal trauma which a person can go through, like, being a part of an insurgency group, trying to come back into leading a normal life. So what he goes through, so it's kind of
That was again a very sensitive, serious
yeah,
topic.
and then it had a very woman-centric kind of a story in it, because because this protagonist of mine who plays an insurgency, he gets stuck in her house, where he took this woman as a hostage, and it's an overnight story where, like, in that night, like, how a woman, like, counsel him, like, ki whatever you're doing, it's wrong. So I always believe, like, when it comes to counseling, women are the best.
Alright, Pradip. Like your critics feel that you have done an amazing job in that film. And Pradip, your direction was well appreciated, and you did a good job according to your critics. But somewhere there was a controversy regarding the script. Some critics felt that it was not well balanced, the script. You have talked about a solution, discussed a solution there, discussed a problem there. You also tried to give a solution, which was not very convincing according to some critics. So what's your take on it?
See, when any filmmakers, when we make films, you cannot satisfy all the 100 people.
Right.
25 of them will definitely have a problems, and yes, that is a learning process for us also. But
so according to you, the solution was necessary?
Yeah, but the solution was necessary, and that is my perspective. That's how I see it. Now, there might be 10 people, they don't see it in that way. So I can't force them to see it in my own way. Everyone has got their own way of looking at things, like, So maybe if they feel that I'm wrong, fine, I accept it. For them, I'm wrong. But for the 75 people, they say that I'm right, then I'm right. Like,
But amazing direction in that film too, Pradip, I must say. I've seen the trailers and it's really interesting.
No, but the credit will go to the entire team. They have really worked hard for it.
Of course. Okay, now coming back to Ree, I would like to talk about, I've heard a lot about a song, Baul song, that you used in the film, Ree. That shot, Baul song, that shot on 4
people traveling on the boat, they're traveling on the boat.
In Bangladesh. So what was the thought behind that song?
See, actually, these militants, they were coming to India from Bangladesh. It's just a transition, from one country to another. So the best way to play around with this, to that reflection of that country, what else when you're coming by a boat. So there's nothing above a Baul song, like, So the transition, we had a song, a Baul song starting from Bangladesh. And the moment they enter Meghalaya, so there's a changeover of music, like, they had the...
But some critics wrote that, there was, the director is questioning about the anti-Bangladeshi sentiments,
things which I never thought, the critics have started thinking, So when they thought in that way, to maybe, like, now I have got nothing to say, like, maybe.
But it was a beautiful song, amazingly shot.
For me, more than anything, it was a music. For me, it was completely a transition of a music. There was nothing to do with Bangladesh, there was nothing to do with India. For me, it was more of music. And I feel, if you talk, music is a universal language, You cannot, like, think beyond that, like, If the critics, they think in that way, then I can't say anything about that.
Oh, wonderful. All right, what kind of music do you prefer? Because you have given music to some videos also.
Yeah, there was a point of time, like, I was a jack of all trade and a master of none. I just did. I love music. Music has been my hobby. So when I've been certified as a very good bathroom singer, actually.
All right. You have a very good sense of Pradip, but I really like that.
See, actually, music has been my hobby, like, I knew people from Shillong, like, we love music.
Do you play any instrument?
I try to play.
All right.
And I play the keyboards. I need a keyboard just to compose the songs and all. At that time, I used to do that. So what happened, when I was meeting music directors and all, the kind of songs which I wanted to do videos and all, they couldn't understand, like, what exactly I wanted to. So, like, that forced me, like, why not give a try and composing it. So I did for an initial period, but now I'm not into music anymore. I'm just focusing more on my films right now.
Great, but just tell me, how did you enter this field of cinema? Tell us about your childhood, your family. Was it in your veins?
See, like, I come from a family. My dad is a businessman. My mom is a simple housewife and all. Yes, there was a passion for cinema. I love watching films.
When did you start first?
See, I made my first film in 1998.
Okay, that was long time
back.
back.
There's a film called Kaman Bajwat. Dad, he always wanted to revive a Khasi film industry. Dad has got this passion for the Khasi cinema, because 82 was the last Khasi film which was shot on celluloid. That was Manik Raitong. So after that, there was no Khasi films being made. Yeah, there were some video films made by late Amir Paryat, you know, and but there was no films on celluloid. So my dad, he really wanted, like, you know, how about doing a Khasi film and all. So that's how, like, Kaman Bujat came into it. He had the story idea. So we all came together as a family, like you said.
That's how you felt inspired?
Yeah. Before that, I had that passion for cinema,
Okay.
like, you know, right from school days, like, you know, when I was in school and all.
You have studied here in Shillong?
Yeah, I studied in Shillong only, but as a filmmaker, then I'm a self-taught filmmaker. So that I'm very, like, you know, happy that Kaman Bujat did happen in '98, and now we're going to re-release that film in the month of March. So it's getting released again after 20 years, like, you know.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that is something, it'll be great, like, you know, you watch your own work. People who have seen the film in those times, now they must be, like, you know, across their 40s and 50s, and, you know, it's a good experience to see your film again. Like, you know.
Well, Pradip, we will continue our chat. Friends, we will take a short break here. We will continue our conversation after a short break, as I would like to show you a small clipping of another National Award-winning film directed by Pradip Kurbah, and that film is Homeland of Uncertainty. Have a look.
Celebrate Independence Day.
Next month is one from Sina. Shibu, Larabiam Hibaro. Minsala and Padeblo.
Right now, I am in a pine forest. I'm in Shillong, and Shillong is known for its beautiful pine trees. And these beautiful pine trees are also amply evident in Pradip Kurbah's films.
Yeah,
so let's walk through the pine trees and talk.
Yeah, in almost all my films, you know, I don't, even in music videos, like, you know, I make it a point to come and shoot in these pine forests and all. There are many places, like, you know, they have beautiful pines, pine forests and all. So
it's awesome, Pradip.
Yeah,
It's awesome. I'm
definitely,
so happy to be here in Shillong in
I
this
can
pine
understand that.
forest.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Pradip, tell us, why is our cinema suffering so much in the northeastern region?
I
don't
see it suffering at present scenario. You can see, like, you know, yes, cinema from Northeast are being accepted. There's some beautiful films coming from Manipur. There are beautiful films coming from Sikkim, from Assam, and then there are films from Nagaland. There are films from Arunachal, and they are being appreciated in. I don't say only in among the Indian audience. I think the world audience also, and it's starting right now and it's growing. So maybe we are looking at it in a very positive way with all these digital platforms coming, you know, and there are some people, like, where they are accepting films and, like, you know, helping us out to release their films in the European countries also. Like with Unata, it's happening. Like, you know, we already have sold the remake rights of the film. Where Unata is being remade in Marathi also, where the shoot is already down.
Do you think we have enough cinema halls in all the interiors also?
See,
I heard your address somewhere where you are, you know, addressing the cinema lovers, that you will go with the film to them instead of
I travel.
Coming to
See,
your
the thing is what, you know,
halls.
it's becoming very difficult. I don't say only for my cinema. It's becoming difficult for everyone. Like, you know, it's become easy for people to make films, but releasing films nowadays has become very difficult. So, you know, when you have a passion for these kinds, for this job, we have limited theatres in Shillong. So now people, they can't come to Shillong. So what I do, I travel with my film. I go to village and I screen my films.
That's wonderful.
So I have to look for an aspect how to recover the monetary part which we have invested in the film. You know, that's very.
Found out a solution.
Yeah, I found out a solution.
Well, that's great, fantastic. Okay, Pradip, I've heard that some talks are going on with some Bollywood Bollywood people also. Is it true?
Yeah, talks is going on. I think it's in a very initial stage. I think it's Unata only that's happening in Hindi.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's already done in Marathi. So now it's going to happen in Hindi, but we still yet to lock on the artists and all. So maybe it'll happen. I think once it happens, everyone will come.
Sometime back, I also heard the news that you are also going to work with Zubeen Garg, the Heart Club of Assam.
Yeah, definitely.
So Assam and Meghalaya, they're coming together.
Yeah, definitely. We are planning something together. But that's too early because I have got some 2-3 projects in hand which I have to complete. Maybe after that, maybe. I'm writing for him right now.
Well, fabulous. We are looking forward to that too. Okay, Pradip, we have been chatting a lot, but we have very less time in our hand, and I would love to go on and on with you. But the thing is, we have to wrap this program with rapid fire round. And I'm going to ask you many questions, almost 10 questions, very fast, and you really have to answer fast, and you'll be getting marks also.
Oh, no prizes.
So, we will take you out for a lunch. All right? Is that okay? That is if you win. If you lose, then you have to take me out for lunch.
No, I was expecting some hamper or something like that.
We are planning to go for a lunch together, our whole unit.
Okay.
So are you game?
Okay, sure, done.
So our questions are ready, and your time starts now.
No, okay.
What's the philosophy of your life?
Philosophy of my life. Be honest with what you do.
Oh, great. Commercial film or realistic film? Choose one.
Commercial in a realistic way.
All right. Name one director who inspires you.
There are many. There are many.
Name one.
There are many. They'll feel bad if I name one.
All right. Your favorite book?
I hardly read, I can't recollect my favorite book. Still, I would go for Nicholas Sparks' The Notebook.
Great. So, what's your take on item numbers that are shown in Bollywood films and in Assamese films also these days now?
If the song is good, I enjoy watching them.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Your favorite film that you would like to watch again and again?
There are many, but still I would say Shawshank Redemption. Then there's some, there are many.
Okay, Pradip, if you have to give me a role in your film, so what would that be?
An anchor's role, maybe.
Right. The best thing that you would like to, the best thing that you want to say about your wife?
Stop giving me lectures here.
That was a diplomatic answer, Pradip. But Arpana, don't mind, he's joking, he loves you, he told me behind the camera. What would you like to say to your kids through this program?
See, I always talk to them every morning now through this program. It depends if they watch, I'll make them watch. When they watch, then I will just tell them what? Be good, be nice.
All right, Pradip. And now for your viewers, for your fans in Meghalaya, sing a song. And this is the last one.
Will a nursery rhymes do?
Anything.
Baba
Your fans would love it?
Jack and Jill, the whole do.
Okay, let's have
Come
it.
on, I've been certified.
Okay.
No, I've been certified as a very good bathroom singer.
Something.
Singing.
I'm with you. Come on.
I can't. I croak. I don't sing actually.
Any dialogue?
Dialogues from a film.
Yeah.
My film. People won't love it. That's what.
They're waiting. Your fans are waiting.
I've already said the dialogue. People won't love it.
All right, you have not scored much, Pradip. I'm sorry to say.
That's you to judge or the audience to judge?
No, I'm the judge here.
Okay.
Anyways, but it was fantastic chatting with you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time, and we wish you all the best and success for your life.
Okay, thank you. An honor to be part of this
Our
program.
pleasure. Well, friends, that was the 2 times award-winning, national award-winning director from Meghalaya, Pradip Kurbah, for you. I hope you enjoyed our conversation, where we will come back to you with more interesting personalities from Northeast. Till then, please take good care of yourselves. For now, this is your host Florence saying goodbye to you. Stay inspired and keep smiling.